This ceremony is designed to honor, encourage, inspire, and to motivate young students to stay in school and to excel beyond measures so that they can become productive in society and their future generations. Tonight, we honor these young students for the work that they have done to earn their award. The award was named for the late Miss Goldie Locke. She was the first president and a chartered member of the Garland NAACP. Ms. Locke was also a strong advocate for student achievement. She was nicknamed the Dream Keeper. We are keeping her dream by honoring these students tonight.
We will start out with Lift Every Voice and Sing. As you hear the music, please stand in honor of this. But just to let you know a brief history about this song represents the African American struggle in the United States. The song has 3 verses. The last verse is going to be a little bit different than the first 2. It will be slowed down. So just to let you know that it is, because this verse is actually a prayer that identifies the struggles of African Americans in this country. So as the music plays, I would like for you to stand to sing, Lift Every Voice and Sing, which will be the AXO National Anthem, National Choir. This choir performed at the National AXO event, and 3 of Garland ISD youth are in the choir. Sion Rumps from Garland High School and Solomon Smith of North Garland. As I said, the 3rd verse is a prayer.
Listening
Leaders are not born. Leaders are made. And it takes a strong leader in his or her own individual right to encourage young students to become strong leaders in their individual right. At this time, it is my pleasure and a great honor to present to you a leader who is making a difference in the medical field. She is a gynecologist and the medical director for robotic surgery at Baylor Hospital in Garland. Please help me welcome to the podium our speaker for tonight, Dr. Tiffany Jackson. Dr. Tiffany Jackson.
Almost slipped there. Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? Having a good time so far? All right. Well, first, I just want to say congratulations to all of the students being recognized tonight. If you are a student who's getting an award tonight, I want you to raise your hand. All right. Now give yourself a big pat on your back. I want to congratulate all the students who are receiving a Goldie Locke Award tonight. You are being recognized because your teachers and others have seen a special talent in you. You've been working hard, and we want to recognize your hard work and success tonight. So you should be very, very proud of yourself. My name is Dr. Tiffany Jackson. So I am a medical doctor, and more specifically, I am a gynecologist. So that's a big, fancy word to mean that I'm a medical doctor that helps to take care of women. I take care of women both in the office as well as in the hospital, and I'm actually right across town at Baylor Medical Center of Garland. And I focus on doing surgery on women, and specifically, I do robotic surgery, which is really fun and really cool. So how many of you have heard of Doc McStuffins? Anybody? All right, see a lot of hands. So basically, I'm a grown-up Doc McStuffins, except I'm not a cartoon, and I take care of real people. So raise your hand if you also want to be a doctor like Doc McStuffins. All right, a couple of hands. Anybody want to work with computers? All right. How about be an astronaut? Okay, anybody want to be a teacher? All right, so we have a lot of different interests out here, okay? That's good. But whether you want to be a doctor, whether you want to be a teacher, whether you want to be an astronaut, whether you want to work with computers, whatever it is that your dream may be, I'm here to tell you tonight that you can achieve anything that you desire to do, but it is going to take hard work and dedication. So most of you students are probably too young to remember The Cosby Show, but I'm sure many of your teachers and many of your parents do. So there may be someone that you look up to. It may not have been Cliff Huxtable, but maybe it's one of your teachers, maybe it's President Obama, or maybe it's someone that you've read about in school. But whoever it is that you might be looking up to and who you view as being successful, you can become successful just like them. But it is going to require that you work hard. So in order for me to become a doctor, after I finished high school, I went to college for 4 years. Then I went to medical school for another 4 years. Then I did a residency program for another 4 years, which is when I got the hands-on training to become a doctor. And then I did an additional 2 years of training where I decided to focus on doing robotic surgery. So this was an additional 14 years after I finished high school of doing training. So not all of you will choose to do that, and I don't expect you to, but my point is that this was a very, very long road for me, and it required me to work hard to achieve my goal. So not only did I have to work hard, but I always had to keep a positive attitude, and I had to never give up. So because I did those things, because I worked hard, because I had a positive attitude, and because I never gave up, I reached my goal of becoming a doctor. So now I get to have a very rewarding career and job where I love what I do every day. I get to help people, and I get to do surgery, which is really, really fun. So I'm a perfect example of what you can do too if you set a goal and you work hard to achieve it. I'm no different than you. Many years ago, I was sitting in an audience at a similar type of award ceremony listening to someone talk to me. So regardless of where you're from, whether you're from Bryan, Texas like me, or you're from Garland or the surrounding Garland areas, or regardless of your skin color, or regardless of what your parents do or how much money you may have, or whether you live with your parents or not, you can achieve your dreams. But please remember these things. Work hard, have a positive attitude, and never, never give up. Thank you.
There's a voice that cries out in the silence. He's searching for a heart that will love him, longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all. He wants it all. And there's a God that walks over the earth. He's searching for a heart that is desperate, longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all. He wants it all. And he says, love me with your whole heart. He wants it all today. Serve me with your life now. He wants it all today. Bow down, let go of your idols. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all. And there's a God that walks over the earth. He's searching for a heart that is desperate, longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all. He wants it all. And he says, love me with your whole heart. He wants it all today. Serve me with your life now. He wants it all today. Bow down and let go of your idols. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. So give it all. All of you, more of you. He wants it all today. Oh, all of you, more of you. He wants it all today. Oh, all of you, more of you. He wants it all today, today. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all. And there's a God that walks over the earth. He's searching for a heart that is desperate, longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all. He wants it all. Thank you.
Goldie Locke was a dreamer, and her legacy still lives on. My question to all our honorees, will you be a dreamer too? Will you be a dream keeper and fulfill the actions of your dreams? At this time, we are going to be encouraged by a wonderful speaker. His name is Mr. DeMontez Stewart, Director, Area 6 of Garland ISD. Let's give him a hand as he comes forward.
Y'all excuse me, I gotta get from behind this podium. How y'all doing this afternoon? First of all, giving honor to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for providing me with the strength, the courage, the motivation, but also allowing key people to cross my path from when I was sitting in your seats to where I am now as a grown man. People who encouraged me and pushed me forward and dared me to achieve, dared me to be different, dared me to be the best that I could be. Second of all, I'd like to give thanks to all the representatives for the NAACP Back to School, Stay in School program for allowing me this great privilege. It is an honor and a pleasure to stand before you tonight. You know, I look out in here and I see you all and it reminds me of back when I was your age. So what I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna share with you the journey that Dare Stewart has taken. You know, I'm from the big city of Waco, Texas. And I know that's humor. But I was born in a very, 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 very low socioeconomic situation where my family, education wasn't a priority. You know, many of the members of my family were cast out into the work fields at an early age. You know, school wasn't important, we had to work. We had to support our kids, we had to support ourselves. So growing up in Estella Maxey, Estella Maxey is one of the projects in Waco. Growing up in Estella Maxey, Sherman Manor projects and Trinwood projects, that's where I came up at. You know, I was exposed to many peer pressure was everywhere I went. Many of my friends were making decisions that were not the smartest, that were not the best. And as a youngster, matter of fact, when I was a seventh grader, that's when my life really turned around. Because as you can see, I'm pretty tall. All the way up to sixth grade, we were all the same size. For whatever reason, when I hit seventh grade, I shot up and everybody stayed about right here. And so in seventh grade, you know, while all of my friends, again, I was straddling the fence. I didn't know which way to go. Many of my friends were making bad decisions, doing things they had no business doing. And I was like, you know, I don't want to be the outcast. I don't want to be different. But it was my seventh grade year, and I never forget this man, and I still keep in contact with him to this day. Coach Bob Guthrie saw something in me. He saw me walk in the halls. Of course, I'm a seventh grader, and back then, our middle schools were seventh and eighth grade. So I'm taller. I'm pretty much one of the tallest people in the school. But wasn't an athlete. You know, Coach Guthrie came up to me and said, "You playing basketball this year, right?" "No, I'm hanging with my friends." And so tryouts rolled around, and make a long story short, Coach Guthrie made it a way to get me to try out, made the team. Coach Guthrie checked my grades, and you know, even though I was from the projects, as we were often referred to back in my day, my grades were a little bit better than average. You know, I got picked on, I was made fun of because I was tall, everybody was short, I was the nerd, and that was fine. But Coach Guthrie pulled me to the side and he said, "Des," he said, "I see potential in you." He said, you're a strong student, you're a respectful young man, I see positive things in your future. And I took those words and I went back home. And again, like I told you, many of my friends were doing things they had no business doing. Many of my friends got put into the system, juvenile, suspensions, this, that, and the other at an early age. And I went back home after that conversation with Coach Guthrie, and I sat back and I thought to myself, what do I want to do with my future? Do I want to be like those that came before me? Or do I want to change and do something different? Well, I decided to be different. I took the words from Coach Guthrie, I focused my attentions on my academics as well as my athletics. And as I grew older, of course, I grew taller. As I grew taller and got older, colleges started showing interest in me. And so in my family, like I told you earlier, education wasn't a priority. You know, my mom and dad both have high school diplomas and that's it. You know, you go beyond that, they didn't, you know, no diplomas, people got out and they worked. So I told myself, and I made this promise as I went up through high school. I was a heavily recruited young man out of the big city of Waco, Texas. And I told my mom that when I'm gonna make something of myself. I'm not gonna let you down. But most importantly, as I got older, I started having younger cousins, and I told my mom I was gonna blaze a path for those that came behind me, for my younger cousins, and at that time I had a younger brother. I wanted to serve as a positive influence, someone that they could look up to and aspire to be like. So to make a long story short, I graduated from high school, accepted a full athletic scholarship, and went off to school. And I'm telling you, college is the best time of your life. You meet people from all walks of life. You meet people outside of Garland, Dallas, Plano, Allen. You meet people from Nigeria, from Sweden, from California, from New York, from Mexico, everywhere. And I had a great time in college. And it was the summer or the fall of my junior year, my father passed. My father was not my biological father. He was my stepfather who had married after I had gotten up into school. The man who raised me, who taught me how to be a man. I was devastated. That summer, later on in that fall, I went home and was traveling back to school and was involved in a terrible accident. An accident that I was pinned in a car. Again, we had just lost my dad months earlier. And to make it even worse, my mom was in the car right behind me, so she witnessed the entire thing. And of course, my mom ran to the car, screaming and yelling and crying, and I told her I was okay, and they had to get the jaws of life, got me out of the car. Needless to say, I was banged up, I was hurt. Go to the hospital, ended up having to drop out of school. I dropped out of school to rehab and get myself better. All the while, my mom was echoing in my ear, when are you going back to school? When are you going back to school? At that time, I got on a job. And when I was back on my feet, I was working. Wasn't quite 100%, but I was working. And again, my mom, when are you going back to school? When are you going back to school? It took one of those afternoons, one of those sit down at the table with my mom and myself and my little brother, and we had that conversation. Des, what are you gonna do with yourself? When are you going back to school? I went back in my room and reflected upon the promise that I made to my mom and my dad. That next year, I went back to college. Needless to say, went on to college, graduated with my bachelor's degree, the promise that I made my mom when I left some 5-6 years earlier. But I wasn't through. Because at that point I had a younger brother, I wanted him to have someone he could look up to. I dared to be different. I went back to school and got my master's degree. But I wasn't done. So in my family, I'm the second person in my family, the entire family, not me and my brother, my entire family, to get a bachelor's degree. I'm the first one to get a master's degree. And come August of this year, I'll be the first with a doctorate degree. So I tell you my story to tell you this. Sure enough, I was exposed to many of the peer pressures that you all as young men and young ladies are exposed to. But life is about a choice. You can choose to either be on the wrong side or you can choose to be on the right side. I'm living proof. Because of the choices I made, the people who I was fortunate enough to have crossed my path as a young man, and even current day as an adult. The good book says iron sharpens iron. Let me repeat that. Y'all know what I said? Y'all know what I mean when I say the good book, right? The Bible. It says iron sharpens iron. Okay? What does that mean? That means you surround yourself with like-minded people. People who are going to bring you up. When you're struggling and struggling with that decision, whether or not you're going to be on the wrong side or the right side, that friend is going to say, hey man, come on over here to the good side. You all have demonstrated quite early in your educational careers that you all are the young men and the young ladies that are on the good side. We need more students like each and every one of you sitting right here before me. We need more of you. So I dare you all, and I challenge you all to continue to be different. Dare to be different. Make the smart choice. Do the right things. Because I'm telling you, I'm living proof that if you make wise decisions, you dedicate and you commit yourself to your academics, the sky's the limit. Thank you all for having me.
You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but how your bullets ricochet. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. Said I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. Said I am titanium. You cut me down, but it's you who have further to fall. A ghost town, a haunted love. You raise your voice, sticks and stones may break my bones. You cut me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. You fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. Said I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. Yeah, I am titanium. I am titanium. Yeah, I am titanium. Stone heart, machine gun, fired at the one who runs. Stone heart, as the bulletproof glass. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. Yeah, I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. Yeah, I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. Said I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. Yeah, I am titanium.
Now, at this time, we are going to have the most important part of our program, and that is honoring our students. Because this is why we are here tonight. All of this has been done for you in your honor. And just to let you know, I want to let the parents know also that this year we have a different style of awards, and the little wings on the trophies, be very careful with them. Please don't drop them. And also, each child is to leave here with 3 things: your trophy, your certificate, and your program for you to cherish in years to come. And every time you look at that, think of what you accomplished. And this should move you forward into one day receiving an NAACP Scholarship Award to go off to college. So this is just the beginning. So strive for that.
Good evening. I'm Margaret Marshall, Assistant Principal at Abbott Elementary, and our Abbott honorees are Micah Kane and Kennedy Marshall.
Good evening, I'm Chris Gray. I'm the principal at Armstrong Elementary. I want to recognize Zion Wiley and Gwenda Osikisi, honorees for Armstrong.
Hi, I'm Teresa McCutcheon. I'm the principal at Back Elementary, and I'm very proud of our two students, Jonathan Jayola and Chelsea Rogers. Good evening. My name is Jana Prince. I'm the assistant principal at Beaver Technology Center for Math and Science, and I'm so excited to present to our students Preston Ichendu and Alasia Perkins, who is not able to be here today, but we still celebrate her accomplishments.
Hi, my name is Roberto Diaz. I'm the assistant principal from Brockfield Elementary. And it is a great honor and great pleasure to present this award to Sedacia Henderson. She's not present today.
I'm Andrea Corona. I'm the 5th grade teacher at Bradfield, and I'm very, very pleased to present this award to Shantae Russell.
Good afternoon, I'm Beatrice Martinez, the principal of Bullock Elementary, and this evening I'm accompanied by 2 of our 5th grade teachers, Blanco Solares and Nora Valdez.
We would like to present this award to Anicia Chambers.
And this award goes to Precisely Ohaigu.
Good evening, my name is Zabdi Gonzalez and I am the principal at Caldwell Elementary, and this year we are very proud to present this award to Mr. Tyler Carter and Ms. Jessica Fields.
Good afternoon, I am Jessica Allen and I am here with our 5th grade teacher at Carver, Heather Caldwell. And we are here on behalf of our Carver faculty and staff to give this awards to Travion Jones and Zamariana Wigington.
Good evening, I'm Chris Lay, Assistant Principal at Centerville Elementary. I am pleased to introduce to you 2 of our wonderful leaders at Centerville. We have Isaiah Tillman and Zaria Purvis.
Good evening, I am Charla Bracey and I'm the Assistant Principal of the Classical Center at Vial Elementary. This evening, it's an honor to present this award to Erin Allen and Terriel Jones.
On behalf of Becky Cook, Principal of Club Hill Elementary, I am Spencer Hughes, Assistant Principal of Club Hill Elementary.
Hello, my name is Amy Rule, and I'm a 5th grade math teacher at Club Hill, and we are very proud and honored to present these awards to Jalen Lester and Shakira Jones.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Darlene Cravens, principal at Cooper Elementary. And with me, I have a special guest, our 5th grade teacher and my friend, Mrs. Kathy Holman, and she will be announcing our awardees.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the awards for Cooper Elementary, Tristan Johnson and Imani Haggerty.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Staley, and I'm the assistant principal at Couch Elementary School. And tonight, I am honored to announce Katydrick Branch and Sir Kyla Jackson with the award.
Good evening. I'm Deborah Henson, principal of Daugherty Elementary, and it is with great pride and pleasure I announce our award winners, Jalea Sharp and Diamond Shaniwa.
Good evening. I am Patricia Tatum, the principal at Davis Elementary School, and I am proud and honored to recognize 2 of our outstanding Davis Dragons. We have Cameron Willer and Naraya Tisdale.
Good evening. I'm Deborah Wiley from Dorsey Elementary. I'm the assistant principal, and I brought with me Aaron Sullivan and Curtis Baker, 2 of our 5th grade teachers, and they will be announcing our honorees.
It's an honor to present this award to Chigazum Oladebe.
And it's my privilege to present this award to Denise Perry.
Good evening. My name is Grayson Topizer. I'm the principal at Freeman Elementary. I'm going to help out first with Etheridge's awards this evening on part of Patty Opon, the principal at Etheridge. I'd like to congratulate Keandre Nichols Brooks and Alexis Griffin. Okay, Freeman students, we're really proud to congratulate Cameron Stegall and Charlicia Spencer this evening.
Hello, I'm Lakeisha Culpepper, the principal of Giddens Stedham Elementary. And this evening, I'm very proud to present Desmond Moore and Heaven Walker.
Good evening. My name is Alicia Marshall, and I'm the assistant principal at Golden Meadows Elementary, and I'm excited to honor Jawan Carter and Asia Scott.
Good evening. My name is Sherry Flynn. I'm the assistant principal at Hanley Elementary. Our principal is Lloyd Jones, and I'm pleased to present our awards to Kiara Rauf and Deontay Thompson.
Good evening. My name is Crystal Jocelyn, and on behalf of the NAACP, I'd like to present the Goldie Locke Excel Award for Heather Glenn, Jahari Smith and Ayana Montgomery.
Hi, my name is Patrick Beecham. I'm the assistant principal at Herforth Elementary.
And we want to recognize two outstanding students, Sanaya Weisingle and Joseph Jones.
Good evening. My name is Selena Allen. I'm the assistant principal at Hickman Elementary, and I am proud to present Torrance Mills and Ramiah Smith.
Good evening. My name is Cheryl Alexander. I'm the principal at Hillside Academy for Excellence, and I am proud to present to you this evening two of Hillside's finest Eagles. They are Ibrahim Adem and Israel Garrett.
Good evening. My name is Penny Campbell, principal at Keeley Elementary, and I would like to introduce two very special Keeley Cowboys. We have Chala Omandi and Morgan Johnson.
Good evening. My name is Andrea Kleckner, and I'm the assistant principal at Kimberlin Academy for Excellence, and I have two wonderful knights that I'd like to introduce this evening, Telsher McDaniel, whom we call TJ, and Akia Pickron.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Barry Horn. I'm the assistant principal at Liberty Grove Elementary School, and it's my pleasure to recognize Jaden Williams and Shalandra Epps.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Huff, assistant principal at Lister Elementary, and this is Kathy Anderson, fifth grade teacher.
And we are so very proud to award our honors to Jaden Nickerson and Marianne Abdul Kadir.
I'm James Howard from Loon Elementary, and I have two wonderful students, Victor Amole and Kamon Patton.
Hello, my name is Andy Kaiser from Montclair Elementary, and it's my privilege to announce two great students, but also two pretty great kids, Jatavian Robinson and Asia Williams.
I'm Dr. Kathy Metzinger, principal at Northlake Elementary, and I'm very proud to present these awards to Caleb Broadnex and Joanna Wheato.
Good evening. I'm Raylyn Scroggin. I'm the principal at Park Crest Elementary, and it is an honor and a privilege to recognize two leaders at Park Crest. The first student, I am going to ask for his forgiveness as I pronounce his name now. I am honored to recognize Zibo Telezia Kondwani Siamsipa. I hope he'll forgive me for messing that up so badly. And also Zaria Davis. Congratulations.
I'm Ken Stavanoff from Pearson Elementary. It's my honor and privilege to present these awards to the following students and their families. I have two incredible fifth graders here tonight, Jason Waters and Ashanti Hall.
Good evening. My name is Ralph Mills, Assistant Principal at Ruth Roach Elementary, where our principal is Jeanette O'Neill. It's my distinct honor to present two outstanding students, Rayshawn Rout and Deonza Murphy.
Good evening. My name is Roderick King, the assistant principal at Rowlett Elementary. I have two outstanding students that I am presenting, and they are Zion Whitley, who I believe is not in attendance this evening, and Tiara Jones.
Evening. I'm Harry Farley from Sewell Elementary, and I'd like to present our two Excel Award winners, Justin Jones and Mariam Mohammed.
Hi, I'm Dr. Patricia Trimmel, principal at Shorehaven Elementary, and I'm very proud to announce these awards to two Shorehaven Eagles, Cameron Ferguson and Jada Edmonds.
Good evening. My name is Krista McClure, and I'm the assistant principal at Sugar Elementary, and I'm honored to present this award to Caleb Jones and Meso Yukachi Nuwata.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Kristen Wolfkill, assistant principal at Southgate Elementary. We are so proud to honor Amaya Smith and Shannon Williams, who was unable to be here this evening.
Good evening. I am Lacey Zachary, the assistant principal at Spring Creek Elementary. I am quite honored to present to you Christian Jean and Lanaya Taylor.
Good evening. My name is Naosha Washington. I'm a fifth grade teacher at Stevens Elementary. I'm here with my principal, Dr. Aguilar, and my co-worker, Kim Hawks, and we are pleased to present our awards this evening to Deja Brown and Dewanye Newton.
Good evening. My name is Edwin Hood, the principal of Toller Elementary, and it brings me great honor to award two of our students tonight, Tydrick Sanders, who was unable to be with us this evening, and Michaela Malone.
Good evening. My name is Alex Rivera, and I am the principal at Walnut Glen Academy, and it's my pleasure to announce our winners. Congratulations to Larry Robertson, who's not here with us tonight, and Imani Rogers.
Good evening, I'm Amber Tiemann. I'm the assistant principal at Watson Technology Center for Math and Science. Proud of our Wildcat winners tonight, Miss Jayla Finley and Demaria Smith.
Hi, I'm Dr. Russell. I'm the assistant principal at Weaver Elementary, and I'm so very proud of our students tonight, Antonio Roan and Kristen Earl.
I'm Ellen Mooney, principal at Williams Elementary, and I am pleased to honor Marion Atkins Dixon, but was unable to be with us tonight.
I'm Melissa Hayes. I teach 5th grade at Williams Elementary. And last but not least, I would like to honor Eliana Weatherall.
Good evening. My name is Holly France. I'm principal of Austin Academy, and it is a great honor and pleasure for me to be here to present these Goldie Locke Awards to our students. They truly strive to be the best that they can be in academics and carry themselves with great poise, grace, and kindness and treat others equally across the board. So our first award goes to Kennedy Pedford, Caitlin Pedford, Lauren Nolan, and Demetria Washington.
Good evening. My name is Mark Freeman. I'm one of the assistant principals at the Classical Center at Brandenburg Middle School. Our award recipients today for the Goldie Locke Excel Awards are as follows: Nicholas Ebengawi, Antoine Griffin, Elisa Kennedy, Austin Clemens, and Labrisa Anderson.
Good evening. I'm Mary Garcia, principal of Bussey Middle School, and on behalf of the entire faculty, I'd like to honor a few of the very finest of Bussey Nation's learning community. Congratulations, Raekwon Polk, Amaya Young, Jaden White, Jazaniah Williams, and Julia Yukata.
My name is Doug Miller. I'm the principal of Coyle Middle School, and it is an honor for me to be here, and it's a pleasure to recognize these amazing Coyle Cougars. Christian Williams. Chauncey Amos. Victor Ekpo. Armani Adams. Allison Smith. And Lauren Dixon.
Good evening. My name is Kelly Garcia. I am an assistant principal at Sam Houston Middle School, and I'm honored to announce the 2014 Goldie Locke Excel recipients this evening. Amari Samuel. Alonzo Fennell. Angel Tasby. And Kiara Johnson.
I would also like to recognize the two students who were not able to attend tonight, Shane Hicks and Kwam Gooden.
My name is Lakeisha Ryder Mitchell, and I'm the assistant principal of Hudson Middle School, where I am very excited to be with all of my proud Hawks today, and where we strive to give students roots and wings, and these students exhibit that very trait. Our first honoree is Adele Talk. Mr. David Washington. Miss Correa Ingram. Mr. Cedarius Perry. Miss Destiny Carroll. And Mr. Braden Williams.
My name is David Dunphy. I am the principal of Jackson Technology Center for Math and Science. And our theme this year is Own It. And we would like to recognize these students who have owned their education, own their attitudes, and are owning their futures and that great Viking pride. So we're very proud of these students. Jeremiah Choice, Michaela Walton, Nathaniel Baldwin, Chelsea Jackson, Trenton Fobb, and Ebony Williams.
Good evening. My name is Darren Hemphill, principal at Lyles Middle School. On behalf of the faculty and staff and students at Lyles Middle School, we'd like to honor our Goldie Locke Excel Award winners for 2014. Bolahan Agdebola, Jamarcus Caldwell, Isaiah Morgan, Shambrisha Milner, Precious Anyanwu, and we have Anaya Roberts, who is not with us this evening. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm John Tucci, principal at O'Banion Inspiration Academy. And on behalf of our faculty and staff, I want to honor some of our outstanding students. First of all, Jocelyn Smith, Quadric Walker, LaDeja Cole, Monique Stallworth, Katera Phipps, and Antonio Houston Moore, who could not be with us this evening. Congratulations to each of those students.
Good evening. I am Dr. Tim Brown, assistant principal at Schrady Middle School, and I'm extremely proud of these students who I'm about to present this Goldie Locke Award to this year. And these students are Tariq Landingham, Lexus Petway, Adriana Bell, and two of our students who could not be here are Preston Baumgardner and Anthony Franklin. Congratulations to these students.
Hello, my name is Vicki Mahagan, and I am very blessed and honored to be the principal of Sellers University and have the most amazing students. The first one that we'd like to honor is Antron Ellis. Sierra Potts. Tyreek James. Amaya Hill. And also we have Malia Ray and Jalen Simpson.
Good evening. I'm very proud to recognize our Webb Middle School honorees for this evening. First of all, from 6th grade, we have Alaniab Hagu, and Kiana Welsh. From the 7th grade class, we have Isaiah Nickerson, way to go, Isaiah. And we also have Olivia Lewis, 7th grade. And our 8th graders, Kaylin Albert, and Courtney Washington. This is a great group right here. We're very proud of them.
Nevertheless, parents, administrators, let's give all of our recipients a big round of applause. Come on. I think that was for me because these young people, let's give them a round of applause. Come on, guys. We can do better than that. Excellent, thank you. I love the mother who took the selfie. And I love that cheering section right over there. You know, I was a pretty good student in science, but in order for a plant to grow, it needs some stuff. It needs some sunshine. It needs some rain. It needs some nutrients. So parents, grandparents, relatives, that's our job, is to be the nutrients, to be the sun, to be the water for these young people to grow and blossom into whatever they desire in life. So if we don't provide those nutrients, they aren't going to grow to be all that they can be. So we have a great responsibility in the rearing of our children. Thank you very much, students, for working very hard and showing yourselves worthy of this award. We really appreciate your sacrifice because we realize it did not come easy. Thank you. And all of our students, I will leave you with this. Today should always be better than yesterday. And tomorrow will be better than today because of your matriculation in the Garland Independent School District. Thank you very much. Let's stand.